Hey guys, welcome back to ASP Productions, and today we're going to be doing top 10 NFL wide receivers in 2020. Make sure to drop a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to our channel, ASP Productions. Number 10, Odell Beckham Jr., Cleveland Browns. Odell is at number 10 because he had a down year last year because of poor quarterback play and offensive scheme. Odell put up 74 receptions for 1,035 yards and 4 touchdowns. Beckham should benefit from improved quarterback play in 2020 because it's difficult to imagine Baker Mayfield being worse than he was a year ago with new coach Kevin Stefanski. Odell has big soft hands and fantastic body control to convert jaw-dropping grabs. He regularly makes one-handed catches. He's also very fast downfield and can beat defenders on deep routes. He's quick, smooth, and elusive. He's short for a pro wideout, and he isn't very strong. He too often loses his cool when things don't go his way. Number 9, Keenan Allen, LA Chargers. A few years ago, it was looking like Allen might just be one of those guys who would never stay healthy. After kicking off his career with back-to-back 70-plus catch seasons, Allen played only 9 games in the final 2 years of his rookie deal. He suffered a lacerated kidney that caused him to miss 8 games in 2015. Then, he tore his ACL in his first game back in 2016. In 2019, Allen posted 104 receptions with 1,199 yards and 6 touchdowns. Allen will probably see his counting numbers take a dip in 2020, simply because the Chargers will likely be a bit run heavier now that they have Tyrod Taylor and Justin Herbert. Taylor has always been a conservative quarterback, and Justin Herbert is still a rookie getting used to the NFL. Allen is a very elusive possession target. He's instinctive at getting cushion and physical getting off the jam. Has big, sure hands. He's highly athletic in the open field. He makes tacklers miss, will lead and churn for extra yards, and he's simply a playmaker who produces. He doesn't bring top-end deep speed and often has to be resourceful to gain his yardage. His all-out style in the open field raises durability concerns considering his lightish frame. Number 8, Amari Cooper, Dallas Cowboys. Cooper's sporadic injury issues have affected him only slightly since being traded to the Cowboys, and his once sky-high drop rate has fallen from 6.4% in Oakland to 4.6% in Dallas. It also seems far more likely that the strange home-road splits Cooper has exhibited in Dallas are nothing but a small sample size than something that we should expect in the future. In 2019, Cooper put up 79 receptions for 1,189 yards and 8 touchdowns. With offensive coordinator Kellen Moore remaining in place under new head coach Mike McCarthy, and with CeeDee Lamb joining Cooper and Gallup in 3 receiver sets, Cooper should be operating in more space than ever before, while also perhaps playing the pass-heaviest offense in his career. As a complete receiver, he's equally effective as a deep threat out wide as he is cutting through the middle as a slot receiver. He owns good speed and even better quickness, which enables him to create separation off the line of scrimmage. He lacks consistency in a big way and is not a great blocker. He's also been known to drop off free balls that he should be catching. Number 7, Mike Evans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Evans is one of the league's premier deep threats, catching at least 7 passes thrown 20-plus yards in the air in each of his 6 seasons, and scoring at least 3 touchdowns on those deep throws in 4 of those 6 campaigns. In 2019, Evans had 67 receptions for 1,157 yards and 8 touchdowns. Evans posts an overpowering size for an NFL wideout and knows how to use it. He's physical and uses his length and leverage to get separation from D-backs. He flashes excellent hands and a potential as a blocker. He's not a speedster in the open field. He's not exactly fluid in open space and sometimes leans too much on his size to get the job done. In 2020, Evans will benefit from Brady simply being a more accurate passer than Jameis Winston. But he likely sees something of a decrease in volume in 2020 due to Brady's willingness to take easy completions over forcing the ball downfield. Number 6. Chris Godwin, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Chris Godwin is coming off a monster season in which he racked up an 86 reception, 1,333 yard, and 9 touchdown line in just 14 games. He essentially took on co-number 1 duties along with Mike Evans, drawing 121 targets to Evans' 118. Godwin looked extremely comfortable in the role, registering career best figures in yards per game, per catch, and per target. Last year, Godwin put 86 receptions for 1,333 yards and 9 touchdowns. Godwin's a true big play guy who can hit the home run ball downfield. He has very good speed for NFL success and as well as an elite foot quickness to make defenders miss. He's pretty good as a leaper too and explosive overall. He's somewhat streaky in terms of production and he looks like a stellar go-to guy in some games and disappears in others. Additionally, he's not very good moving laterally, which can affect his ability to lose physical defenders. Number 5. Davante Adams, Green Bay Packers. Since taking over as Green Bay's number 1 wideout in 2016, Adams has averaged 96 receptions for 1,197 yards and 11 touchdowns on a per 16-game basis. He reached double-digit touchdowns in 3 of those 4 seasons. In 2019, Adams had 83 receptions for 997 yards and 5 touchdowns. Davante Adams brings all the tools needed to be a top-tier possession receiver. He has great timing and hands, a knack for getting open, and an arsenal of elusive moves to get extra yards. He has small hands, which can lead to ball security issues. He could make even better use of his exceptional leaping ability and good reach. Adams should presumably be healthier in 2020 than he was in 2019, and with the Packers not adding much in the way of pass-catching talent to their roster, he could be in line with an even bigger target share than ever before. Number 4. Julio Jones, Atlanta Falcons. Julio Jones is the yards per route run king. Among wideouts with 50-plus targets, Jones has ranked first, fourth, first, and fifth over the past 7 seasons. Jones is uniquely explosive at the wideout position. He has a rare package of elite speed, great size, supreme leaping ability, and toughness. He's competitive and shows great instincts. He will regularly simply leap over and generally overpower most defenders, and generates great yardage after the catch with fluid moves and acceleration. He needs to stay focused to get the most out of his physical gifts. He must show he can stay injury-free too. In 2019, Jones put up 99 receptions for 1,394 yards and 6 touchdowns. In 2020, Jones will remain Matt Ryan's number 1 target, and with Austin Hooper leaving in free agency, he could even see his target share expand. Calvin Ridley is a strong number 2 receiver, but not particularly threatening to Jones' status as the top dog on this offense. Number 3. Tyreek Hill, Kansas City Chiefs. Put simply, Hill is the most explosive player in the NFL. In his 3 years as a full-time wideout, he has averaged 82 receptions, 1,311 yards, and 10 touchdowns line on a per 16-game basis, as well as a 2.45 yards per route run. He's at an even 16 yards per reception during that span, the 6th best mark in the league among players with at least 100 catches during that time. Last year, Hill put up 58 receptions for 860 yards and 7 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill can flat out burn with an elite deep speed. He's a constant threat to break huge gains in the return game thanks to that track star foot speed, plus excellent anticipation in seeing openings develop. He has some nice moves in open space to break for daylight too. He's undersized for an NFL wideout and doesn't have an ideal reach for high pointing passes or making tough catches, and he has been having some serious off-field trouble. In 2020, there's going to be lots of opportunities for Tyreek Hill, because Mahomes, Hill, and Andy Reid equals points. Number 2, DeAndre Hopkins, Arizona Cardinals. Hopkins has been an elite receiver for a couple of years now, which is unimaginable looking at all the quarterbacks he had before Watson. Hopkins is dominant in the possession game. He uses his strong leaping ability, toughness, and crisp route running to pile up receptions. He brings an array of nice fakes, and his long arms and large hands help him play even bigger than his solid size, and he shows a nice burst after the catch. He isn't powerfully built and can still get tied up by some physical, well-sized D-backs and linebackers. In 2019, Hopkins put up 104 receptions for 1,065 yards and 7 touchdowns. In 2020, he'll be playing in a more progressive system in Arizona than he ever did in Houston. Hopkins should operate in more space than ever before. However, he might also see a bit less volume, simply because the way Cliff Kingsbury's offense encourages spreading the ball around. Number 1, Michael Thomas, New Orleans Saints. Michael Thomas somehow just keeps getting better. In 4 seasons, he has been getting about 200 yards more than the previous season. He just set a record for receptions in the season, leading the league for the second consecutive year. In 2019, he posted 149 receptions for 1,725 yards and 9 touchdowns. He's well-sized for an NFL wideout with big hands, and he's very quick and fluid for his size. He shows the ability to shake his man with quick moves off the jam. Michael Thomas in 2020 is going to get a lot of targets, a lot of catches, probably more than anyone else in the league. He's going to have a very few amount of balls that hit the ground, and he's going to get lots and lots of 10 to 12 yard gains.